What's going on, everybody? It has been a hot minute. Thank you all for showing up. I know it's been a while. Some of the people are coming back. Some of the people have checked out. But a lot of familiar faces in here, so thank you all. I'm just waiting for Tony to get in here. I shot him a message, so hopefully he didn't forget about us. He's a busy guy. He's got a few minutes, though. We normally start a little later to give people time to filter in, so it's not going to be like a full blown AMA. I know Tony doesn't have a ton of time. He does have something to do in an hour, and I don't even know if we'll make it a full hour, to be honest with you. These are intended to be frequent and short and sweet, give you a little bit of alpha, some minor updates, and maybe open up for a few questions. All right. He saw my message, so I would assume he'll be here soon. Feels good to be back. We've been waiting. I mean, I hop in from time to time in voice, but we haven't done any official chats like this. There just hasn't been much to update you guys on, but that's going to change very soon. Some really exciting stuff coming. Tony might leak some of it tonight. I don't know. We'll see. We made an announcement a few days ago that a lot is like ready to go. Um, pretty much everything we've been waiting on is ready to go, but we have a date that we have to wait for, and that date was April 29th. So that's where the majority of the next steps for Warrior Alliance will be announced and a lot of token information. But Tony, I expect Tony to share some information that should uh, satisfy your guys' needs for the short term while we wait for that 29th date to get here. I guess while we wait, I guess I can bring up some of you with your hands. I'm not gonna go too deep into anything if you guys have questions, but we're waiting anyway. So, what up, Crypto Kid?
Give me 1 second. You can raise me up next. Sorry.
Oh, you're good. Just mute, and then when you're back, just
Okay.
let me know.
Thank you.
T-Bone, you can come on up. Oh, you put your hand down. Okay. So Norris, I know you were busy. I don't know if you're still busy, but if you'd like to come up to the panel, you can just raise your hand. What up? I don't know if you're trying to talk, but it's muted by default. Well, we'll give people more time to filter in here. Hopefully, Tony's in the next minute or two. If he was having issues, I would have expected a message.
I could go if anyone else is not gonna go.
Well, yeah, we don't have any other questions right now, so you can go ahead.
So I'm pretty new to this actually. I got dropped this NFT. So is there any news on like the game? If there's gonna be any game and metaverse on this app or game?
Yeah, so we do have some constant development going on with the game in the background. We have a studio that's working on the game pretty much full time. There's somebody working on it. They're currently in the design stage right now where they're doing a lot of custom modeling. So when you make a game, you have the option to either buy pre-made assets, and you see that from a lot of indie developers. They buy assets from like Unity or the Unreal Store, or if you're talented enough, or you pay someone else, they can model their own characters and do all their own texturing. So that's what takes a long time, but it's what makes graphics look really good. So they're in the stage of map design on a few small maps, as well as some custom characters being built, and that texturing takes a while. We've shared a few snippets. Our holders, if you have verified your wallet, let me see, do you have the role? You do. In the holders area, there was a little sneak peek shared of some of the new models that are being made, and we've shared a few in the game updates channel underneath getting started. So you could follow along the process. You can even go to Tipping Toasts, who's our game dev, their Instagram. You can see some sneak peeks sometimes even before we post them because they like to share what they're working on as well. So as far as like release date, we still are going to be looking at towards the late third, early fourth quarter of this year before we see before we expect to see something playable for holders. That could change. We could have a early test build and that we need a little bit extra help testing. But that's what we're shooting for is no later than Q4 this year. Does that answer your question at all?
Yes, it does. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. And our devs are great. So as soon as they have like the next test version of the game for us to play around with internally, if we think it's something that the community would like to see, if the changes are significant enough, we'll post gameplay footage of that. But currently, there isn't a new build yet because they're working so heavily on the design of the maps and characters currently.
Okay. Thank you.
No worries. I'll go ahead and move you back down to the audience. That way, no mics get unmuted. Was hoping to see Tony in here at this point, but maybe he's having some issues. Maybe he can't find the stage. I know you guys didn't come here to listen to me, so you know, you might be stuck with me. I'm sure Tony will show up. I know he had an event later, which is why we are doing this at 8 instead of our normal 9 o'clock. In the meantime, here we go. We'll take Snapdragon. You can come on up, and then we got a few other hands. Hey,
Hey,
what's going
Jack.
on? What's good?
Not much. So God, there's so many questions to ask, and I don't know what you can tell us. Do we know? Can you tell us when the WAF boxes will be dropping? Like
Um,
anything, any roundabout figure on that yet? Will they
all
drop
I
before the token?
all I can tell you, because I've explained this before, our team, there's a lot of people that work on this project that some of you guys will never have the pleasure of speaking to or meeting just because they work behind the scenes. Um, but not in this scenario. Who's mostly been working on the logistics of uh dropping the boxes and the token and dates and all that has been our dev Toby and Julian. So I don't have like a concrete date. What I can tell you, and I was gonna let Tony share this information, but I'm not sure where he is right now. So I'll just say this: we have some really, really, really big announcements coming on the 29th. Announcements that will probably blow some people's minds. I expect it to. Minds will be blown. Um, During that time, you may see some Medium articles popping up that have a little bit more inside information, maybe some dates on when token drop is and crate drop is. So expect some info very soon in the next 2 weeks. And then obviously we have the big announcement that'll be coming right around the 29th, if not on the 29th. But as far as like a finalized date, we need to wait for the green light from Julian on that.
Yeah, I kind of figured that. Like I said, I know there's so many fucking questions, and I'm sure there's so many updates. It's kind of hard to figure out what we can actually pick your brain about. Um, I'm guessing that tokenomics will also be included in that.
Yes, those Medium articles will have all kinds of information such as tokenomics, dates, all that good stuff.
Cool.
Um,
Cool.
there's a general idea of what I could share, but because we like the flexibility of if we want to make a last minute change, we can. We're not going to release anything before we're ready. So keep an eye on those articles. Looks like Tony's in here, so
Yeah, I was about to say I'll step down.
yeah, we'll bring him on up and we'll postpone any other questions for now. And remember, guys, like we said, this isn't a full blown AMA, so we're not going to take questions all night or anything like that. But we will, if there's time before Tony has to leave, we'll take some follow up questions. Tony, welcome, brother. Go ahead and unmute when you have a second. Maybe we're having some technical difficulties. I don't know. Oh,
Josh, can you hear me? Hold on, I'm trying to get you on, put you on put you on speaker.
yep, I can hear you. Mobile's kind of weird with speaker. I think you have to swipe up from the bottom. Oh. Swipe, if you can hear me, Tony, when you accept, you might have to swipe up to get the audio settings.
Can you hear me now?
Yep, I can hear you.
Oh, okay, perfect. What's going on, guys? What's going on? Sorry for my late. I had a meeting that ran over a little bit longer. What have you gone over, Josh? Did you go over some of the stuff that you got coming up?
I tried to be as reserved as possible. We got a question about cargo boxes and when we'll know more about that. So I shared that they should be on the lookout because we have our big announcement coming on the 29th. And before that, maybe a few days before during that week, we'll have some Medium articles that should touch on things like tokenomics and dates for cargo box and token launch. So that's really all we've went over. A little bit about, we had another question about game development progress. Inform them that we're doing what Tipping Toast is currently working on is a lot of the modeling and texturing and map design, which is why we don't have like a new build to show off or anything like that. We're in the design phase of models and textures. So that's really all we've touched on so far.
What was the last thing that we gave them in regards to what was the last update for the environment? Did we give them the last the one with all the actual details and stuff, or no? Did they get that?
We have, I think we shared some. Darren sent a few videos. I don't know if they've all made it in there. Let me take a peek and see what the last one is. It
Yeah.
is
So guys, so just to give you a heads up while Josh is looking for that stuff, the game development is on the way. Darren is usually or Tipping Toast is usually giving us weekly or bi-weekly updates he actually gave me a little update on my actual model, my custom model today. Um, they're getting my, I mean, my model is just ridiculously like it's identical to me. It's actually, I mean, honestly, I think it's better than Call of Duty. To be honest with you, that's how like detailed they're going with my personal model. And I told them, you know, when we first started this process, that I wanted it had to be either as good as Call of Duty or better. So they're not disappointing so far. It's taken a little bit longer because I'm being so freaking finicky and picky about it. Obviously, because I know everybody is going to compare it to Call of Duty, so we have to make sure that my model is definitely 100% on par. Um, Obviously, you guys should know that when my Call of Duty model was made, I was younger. I wasn't as I'm a little older now, so this model is going to be a more mature, more me now model than what it was when they first did my model back in like 2018 2019. So just giving you guys a heads up. The environment is looking really good for this first training simulation. So to give you a heads up on what this simulation is pretty much Tank, or my character, actually went into the Undercity of Blood Origin in New York, and it's the actual first. This Undercity is the original underworld where everything started. If you've been paying attention to the lore, um, this is where the first underworld was created to actually build the Icor drug, right? And where everything started in regards to all the kidnappings and the trafficking of the underage kids started. uh, Tank, which is the main guy from the Freedom Fighters, he went and did a ton of reconnaissance operations down there. And what he did was he built a simulation of what this was going to look like. And this simulation, or this training build, is actually what we're going to be giving you guys the first model, right? The first environment. So you're going to be able to actually go in there, and there aren't going to be any AIs, meaning any bad guys, but the goal is to try to like build it for time to try to get better at this model. Okay, so that's been my vision from the get go. Where we're going to be able to do actually maybe do some competitions between everybody, or we can actually do some giveaways and all kinds of stuff while we're waiting for this actual first level to be produced, right? To be made. I want you guys making some money. I want you guys engaging into it. I want you guys' feedback on what you guys think about it and all these different things. So that's why we're doing it. That's why you guys are part of this, right? Every week we try to get a little bit deeper and deeper and deeper, and it's looking pretty cool so far. I like it a lot. I hope you guys do too. Probably within the next month, once we get more details of the environment, we're going to be doing some where we're going to be saying, okay, so what do you think about this, and we're going to take percentages of what people like better, of how it's looking, and then we're going to actually be incorporating some of our design work on what you guys decide. So you guys are actually going to have a say on like what some of this stuff is going to look like, right? And that's been the whole goal from the beginning, for you guys to have some kind of say in the process. Just to let you guys know, Geeks and Gamers is still on board. I talk to them on a regular basis. If you guys don't know who they are, you can go ahead and look them up. You can Google them, and you can see that they're like they call them this. They're like the barstool sports of the gaming industry, right? They're more going to be towards the version of the game where it's free to play. Okay. At the end of the day, we have to build this connection between the free to play and the play to earn. The more people, the more people that we get on the free to play version, the more your NFTs are going to be worth on the play to earn version, right? And that's the goal, is for you guys to have some major utility and some major value on these NFTs once this game launches. Okay. That's on the game design side. So just so that you know, everything that we've said that we were going to do, we are doing. Now on the actual NFT side, Josh has pretty much said everything there in regards. We're going to be releasing some articles. We got a really good announcement to make that I think that you guys are going to be happy about. I'm very happy about it. I can't talk about it until everything is said and done, but it's definitely a really cool announcement. And I think it's definitely going to work in towards our favors for the NFTs, and for the value, right? Uh, I wanted to come out on here today, and I'm gonna try to come on every Tuesday to at least give you the small amount of details that I can, or the small amount of updates that I can. Spend at least 15 to 20 minutes with you, um, and try to get all of that squared away, so you guys don't think I've been gone. And I'm the first one to admit it, that I've been gone for about a month and a half, or so. Uh, I had to get back. As you guys well know, I have other businesses. This is not my only business. Uh, so I had to attend to my other businesses, because I ate it, slept, drank, breathed this project for a good 6 or 7 months. Right. So I kind of put all of my other businesses and all of my other things on a back burner for that time. So I had to go back and give them some love. And also, you guys well know, my best friend John Bartolo passed away, and I'm the godfather of his child. His child is now he's about 2 months old, and we've dealt with a lot of legal issues with the family and a lot of personal things. I had to literally go to Vegas for a week and a half, almost 2 weeks, and deal with a lot of stuff, the funeral services, and all that ordeal. Okay, that really has nothing to do with you, and it's not an excuse, but that's what I'm giving you as an excuse for why I've been gone for the last 2.5, 3 weeks. Obviously, you know, when you lose someone very close to you, it's hard, and I dealt with a lot in the last 3 or 4 weeks, and it's been rough. But you got to move forward. You got to keep going forward, and that's how life is. Time is the only thing that heals death, and I've been trying to keep it together this month or so. So my team has been picking up a lot of the slack, where I have not been able to be here, but I will continue to support everything that we said that we were going to do. We are continuing to do it, unlike probably 90% of other projects that you guys have seen that have come and gone. All right, we are still here. I told you guys from the get go that this project was a long term project, and to build a AAA game, it takes a very long time. Big time, as you guys know, and some of the other projects have taken forever, and it's been a long haul for them too. But we're still here, and I want to make sure you guys know that I'm still here, and the team is still here working in on the back end, right? In regards to the NFTs, when it comes to the boxes, to the staking, and to all that type of stuff, all these articles that we got coming out in the next few weeks, they're going to pretty much explain every single detail that I do not know. Um, the team knows more of the details than I do. My biggest thing, and why it's taken a little bit longer than expected, was because of the legal issues. Okay, I know that you guys have probably noticed that the SEC has been cracking down on a ton of projects, um, because of the staking and all this type of stuff. Right? I am an American citizen. There are team members that are doxxed on my team that are American citizens. I am the face of this company, and I am also the president, okay, and the main owner of it. So I had to make sure that everything we do and everything that I do in regards to this token launch that we're about to have is completely legal. I can't afford to risk my other companies and my sponsorships and other companies that I work for or represent, um, to take a hit, right? So everything has been worked out. We took legal counsel. We did it the right way. So hopefully everything is going to be fine. Did I miss anything, Josh?
I don't think so. I think you covered a lot. Um, I actually just while you were talking there got some of the new map footage of some of the beginning textures being implemented into the map. That's
Okay.
now up live in the game updates, so
Awesome.
people can see some new textures. And I'll be sharing the beginning stages of the female model as well in there in just a moment.
Perfect. Perfect. Bear with the female model. She doesn't have any hair. Hair is important. She's bald still, right? Guys, you should know that all this stuff that we're giving you, they're in like the beginning stages. So it goes through tons and tons of changes and changes and changes and changes. And um, this is what you want. This is what you guys wanted to see. And I'm giving you that, right? So you should know that if you're getting things in the beginning, it's never going to be the same as the beginning model is never going to look like the final model. So just letting you guys know on that factor. Anything that you're getting now, you're seeing now, it's not gonna be the same. But at least you're getting. The important thing is you know that we are working. You know that the dev team is working, and we're not eating shit. And that's the bottom line, right? We're here for the project, and we're here for a long term thing. And hopefully, the next year and a half, um, this game is going to be a phenomenal game, and it's going to be a game to be reckoned with on both the play to earn and the free to play version of it. So that's been my goal since day one. I wanted to build something that was different, unique in its own right, something that nobody has done before, right? And I think we can accomplish that with the team that we have and the game developers that we have. So,
Do you want me to share the current progress of your model, or do you want me
no, absolutely
to?
not, absolutely not. My
Okay.
head is too big and too long still. It looks like I'm bald.
Nah, it
It's
just looks like
horrible.
you got some
The
bad
face is
hair
actually
loss.
really good. The face is actually really good. Like the face looks, bro, it's really really good. But the head, I don't know. I think I'm bald. It looks like I'm bald. Like I have a big old head. So once we get the head corrected and the head looks more like my head, then we'll go ahead and show the details of my model. But it looks really good. What happened?
No, it's coming along good. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's looking really, really good. So, um, anything else that you wanted to cover, Josh, before I head out? I want to just talk to everybody and let everybody know that we're here and we're still working.
Yeah, no, I think that's good. If you want, we have one person with the hand up. I know we're not going to turn it into an AMA, but if you want to see what they have to say, and then we can dip out if you're all set after that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'll take the question. I'll take the first question.
All right, Kuvik, come on up. Now is your chance to speak. He's been waiting since before you even got here, so
Okay.
unless it was a misclick, that's always a possibility. Kuvik, if you do have a question, you should have the ability to come on up to the stage now and accept the invite. Maybe not.
Okay.
All right. Well, we can wrap it up then. We'll, like Tony said earlier, we'll try to do these once a week, and they're meant to be short, form factor, not really a full AMA, but just some updates.
Yeah.
You,
If there's any questions, guys, listen. If there's any questions throughout the week or whatever, and Josh can answer them or whatever, Josh will get with me and that way I'll come on here on Tuesdays and I'll answer any questions you have during the week, and just touch on it, pretty much touch base on it and all that, just so you guys can hear it coming from my mouth, right? And I know that's probably the important thing for you guys, just to hear me say it. Uh, but it's pretty much if Josh is saying it, it's either because I've told him or Chris has told him. You know, anything that comes from him is pretty much coming from me. But if it makes you guys feel better that I say it and that it comes from the horse's mouth, then I'll be happy to come on here and just pretty much reiterate whatever needs to be reiterated and stuff. But I just want to let everybody know, put everybody at ease, so there's no FUD, nobody talking shit, that we're doing our due diligence and that we're in here working, okay? And hopefully this launch, I got a couple of tricks up my sleeve for this token launch. Hopefully it does well. I expect to do well, especially with this announcement that we got that is coming up. We got a great marketing team that's gonna market the token as well. You guys are getting in at the rock bottom prices, so that's another valuable thing as well. So hope you guys, everybody's happy so far, and I know that your patience is very much appreciated. I don't want you guys to ever think that I don't appreciate how patient you guys are and you guys sticking with us and sticking with this project. I promise you, in the long run, you will not be disappointed. You're going to be glad that you held on. Right now, just everything's in a bear market right now. NFTs in a bear market, crypto's in a bear market. But remember, it's like everything. What happened in 2020, same shit. What happened in 2021, went up, came back down. That's how crypto is. That's how NFTs is going to be, man. You got to hold on and play your cards. And I guarantee you that if some of you guys that heard about Bitcoin in 2016, 2017 would have held on, you'd be sitting pretty right now. I know that I would have, and I didn't get it when I should have. So just be patient. Everything will work out in the long run, I promise. All right, guys. You have a great night. Thank you so much for your time.
Thanks, guys. Take it easy.